everyone. Woo! Welcome back. We are doing some .NET stuff today. We're going to actually, so we're working with OwaspHeaders.Core, which I will show you in the browser so you know what it's doing. OwaspHeaders.Core, there we go. So we're going to be working on this GitHub repository. This GitHub repository is for this particular NuGet package, which current stable version is 7.0.1. We're going to boost it to 7.5.0. Yeah, 7.5.0. And then in the next piece of functionality that we work on, we're going to build something today. Then we're going to drop support for .NET Framework. We're currently up to version 7.0.1. It works with .NET Standard 2, which means that you can implement, if you have .NET Framework and then ASP.NET Core on top of that, you can add this in. But we're going to drop support for .NET Framework in this version, in this next version, so not the version I'm building today. And the reason for that will become clear as we go through this. But what I want to tell you is what we're listening to today. We were actually listening to brand new released yesterday, Chill Hop Essentials Summer 2023. This is my first time listening to it because I bought it yesterday. Look at that, for the grand total of €1. I'm not supported by Chill Hop folks. I just absolutely love everything that they do. They are my musician of choice, my musician troupe of choice when I'm studying or when I want to get some deep focus done. All of their stuff is amazing, so definitely go check it out. But we are listening to Chill Hop Essentials Summer 2023. New out yesterday. So before we do anything, we need to make sure that we are on the right version. Remember, I don't know if you'll remember, but we had a few weird things with branches and stuff. So we'll do git status. I'll put set status. We want git status. So we can see where we are. So we are on origin feature add .NET format to readme. We don't want that anymore. We want to do git branch all, show me all the branches. So we've got loads of different branches. We want to go back to our master branch. We will rename that. It's bugging me that it's not named that, but git checkout master. I want to rename it to main. We will change that. I'm going to do a git pull. Get the latest. Cool, we are up to date apparently. That can't be right. Remote's origin, remote's coworker. Which one's coworker? Okay, fair enough. But what I want to do is I want to change all of my remotes. Firstly, what I want to do is I want to delete all of these local branches. So git branch, branch D feature, and then whatever I called them. So feature add .NET format to readme. I could have copy pasted, but there you go. So delete that branch. Where is master up to? So this has how many branches? Just, oh no, let's view all. Just the one. It's called main. So what we're going to do is my local instance is actually pointing at one of the forks of this called, let me tell that OwaspHeaders.Core. I'm going to synchronize that. Now if I do a git pull, it should be cool. We've pulled some stuff. I'm going to do git branch A again. Show me all the branches. We're just doing some cleanup on my local machine. So we need to remove a remote. We'll do that in a minute. Loads of branches here. Have we got branches in this one? No. Okay. That's saying that we do. Git. Oh gosh. Get out of that one. Copy that because I can't be bothered to write it all out. I could probably. I wonder if the git CLI is clever enough to allow me to do multiple on one line, but I don't know. Let's just do it this way. Do that, and then one last one, which is perf test 1. Git branch. Whoops. Right. So git remote. Oh. What does git remote give me? Manage your set git rename git remove. Okay. Git remote remove. I called it coworker. If I do git branch A. Cool. Now we've only got remote's head and everything. Cool. Okay, so git fetch get branch A. I like to tidy up before I do anything, you see. Where are we at? Okay. Nope. Get CLI listing remote branches, which sometimes you're going to learn as you go. So after printing, you get list of remote branches. Get branch. Oh, someone give me branch. Oh. So that's the list of right. So that is the list of remote branches for this repository. This one we're looking at here, and then this upstream main is the branches for this one. What I want to do is I want to get branches that don't exist on origin. Okay. These branches are no longer being used. Okay, so let's try that. Get fetch rune. Cool. Okay, so I know what happened there. So all of these branches here that have been deleted just now, these ones, right, well, at one point existed here in this repo. They don't exist, but when you do a fetch, all it does is it adds to it. It's an additive fetch, right? So it adds new things. When you do a prune, when you do a fetch, you're only doing an additive fetch. Get me the new things. I did get fetch prune, which said get me all the new things and delete from my local copy of it the things that are not on the server. So that's what that did. I could have saved myself a couple of calls to get branch delete by calling get branch prune first, but there you go. That's fine. We are where we are. So if I do get status again, I do get branch A. Cool. Okay, so we've got a couple of different things. We've got head, which is pointing at origin master. We've got origin master and upstream main. Remember, origin master is this one, and upstream main is that one. For a whole bunch of long historical reasons I don't really want to go into, there's 2 copies of the repo. Right, so before we do anything, we need to create a feature, because what we're going to do is we're going to make a really quick, simple commit to make it easier to use. Right? You may have seen in the README, if I go to NuGet, in the README it says, in order to use it, create yourself an example project, add this, and then add this, technically one-liner, but it's across 4 lines in the example. I want to make that really simple. Right? This is going to be the default all the time. So why don't I make it so that it uses that anyway? Now let's do that. We're going to use some nullable stuff. So get checkout -b feature. I'm going to call it simplifying use. Simplify first use. Excellent. So now we're in that branch. Let's go into Rider and see what happens. OwaspHeaders.Core, thank you. Let this do its thing and start up and all that kind of stuff. So when we eventually do so, we're going to do a whole bunch of stuff to this today, just to make it easier for everyone to use. And then when we're done, we will get rid of this requirement here, which is causing this vulnerability to be detected. So we'll actually get rid of all of that. Don't know if you can hear it, but the fans in this laptop that I'm deving on are kicking off. We'll keep that open, and we will keep the README NuGet open. We need to keep the README. No, actually, we'll do all of these one at a time. Right. So first off, we are going to go here. Oh no, we're going to go here. Middleware extensions. There we go. So let's close this. Right. So by default, when you in program.cs, you say app.use secure headers middleware, and then some kind of builder for getting some stuff, right? In this one, it's calling the generate homepage OWASP stuff, which is this is the content security policy used on the OWASP homepage. Now, if you're joining us relatively new and you don't know what OWASP are, you should definitely check them out. OWASP is a wonderful, wonderful organization. They are the Open Web Application Security Project, OWASP. And they effectively, they work at spreading knowledge and increasing the working practices of developers, making it easier for us to write. I've got a feeling we went down and came back up. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know at what point I went down, so I'm going to talk about this again. I've been having all sorts of problems with my internet connection today, so I'm going to dial back a few steps. So we've got a new branch called Feature Simplify First Use, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be simplifying this first use line here. This first use line is very, very long, or is split across up to 3 lines. If I go back here and I go to the NuGet for the README, it could be split up across 4 lines. That's way too much. So we are going to make that simpler. But before I did that, I wanted to talk about OWASP. OWASP are this wonderful global group who work on trying to make application security easier to implement by educating as many developers as possible. They have all sorts of stuff like the cheat sheets, they've got dependency checkers, they've got Cyclone DX, which if you haven't used it, you really should be, because right now it's a legal requirement in some industries to provide a software bill of materials. If you didn't know about that, excuse me, so if you didn't know about that, you know a little bit now. We'll talk about bills of materials later. And what we're looking for is the Secure Headers project. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go OWASP Secure Headers. There we go. They have a project called the Secure Headers project. In this project, they talk about the HTTP response headers. So for those who don't know web, when your web browser or any other kind of software puts in a request to so this is your web browser, Google Chrome or whatever, puts in a request to a server generates that response, the page to view or whatever, wraps it in, you can imagine it like an envelope, which includes a bunch of stuff to do with how you can view this page, and sends that back. If I hit F12 in the browser and then I refresh the page, the very first request here has gone to owasp.org/www project secure headers. Now in here, this response headers, right? These response headers are commands to the browser to tell it what to do. So it's saying, hey, keep a hold of the contents of this page for 600 seconds. Right? That's what max age 600 means. There's also a content security policy, which is a bit too complicated to go into, but essentially it's like an allow list. If you've ever been to an exclusive place where you have to give your name to get in, that's what this is. Essentially, this is saying once you've loaded this page, if anything on this page wants to load some other resources, they can only load it from this list of sources. So things like API-GitHub.com or self. Self means the domain that the document came from. Maybe we want to load from API Travis CI, or maybe we want to load, there's a google.com one there, right? There's TwoImage, so probably they're loading Twitter stuff, right? It tells you what content type it is. So this HTML page is sent across the wire as text HTML in UTF-8. It was generated on this day at this time. It has these particular permissions inside the browser. You can, whether you're allowed to refer to this page from another page, strict transport security. So if we request it over HTTP, what should it do? What it should do is automatically upgrade to HTTPS, then remember the HTTPS certificate for I think that's 31,536,000 seconds, which I think is a year, and include any subdomains from this page and all sorts of other things. These tell the browser what it should do with the content once it's loaded it. So we'll close that. That's F12, by the way. On a Mac, you have to right click and go inspect. I can't remember what the keyboard shortcut is to bring that up. Anyway, so the OwaspHeaders.Core is essentially an implementation of these recommendations for people. So if we go to the response headers, there's a working draft for the permissions policy, there's a list of active ones, there's a list that have almost been deprecated, and a list of ones that have been deprecated. I believe I have issues for each of the things that it doesn't implement and issues to remove the things that it does. Right? And then if you click on one of them, say for instance referral policy, it then tells you what it does, what each of the values do, and then underneath it gives you an example but it tells you which one is the recommended value, right? So then that tells you which one you should use to protect your website. Implementing these will make your web app more secure than around 90% of the web out there. And if you want to think of why do I want to make my app secure, it's the same reason why you lock your car, same reason why you lock your door when you leave your house. Someone who wants to break in is going to try and find the easiest thing to break into and break into that. So you make their job harder by making your job a little bit less easy to do, and then it'll make it so that your website is more secure. And the idea is that by adding all of these, it will make your website better, make your website more secure, make your website less hackable, not unhackable, but less hackable, and it will make it all nice and lovely. So I don't like that this is a multi-liner, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this use secure middleware, where we've got go to, got declaration of uses. There we go. So we've got this whole thing here, right? We no longer have to return the application builder. That is only required that return value is only required when you are using the old style of C# stuff. So you can see here in program.cs, it's now the new style. A lot of this is going to be generated for us. You only really need to return the application builder if you're going to do something like that, because app is returned from here so that it can be used there. I wonder how they deal with it. Do the .NET folks just deal with it? Is there something special I can be using? Let's use Rider's ability to decompile code. If app is equal to null through an argument, do the thing, return app. Okay, cool. So I wonder why it's not complaining that isn't. Oh well, doesn't matter. Right. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? If we're gonna guard against this, right? Builder, it's null. Throw new argument null exception. Yeah. Name of builder cannot be null when setting up OWASP okay, cool. So now we have this null argument exception that's going to do that. I am going to throw on a equals. I wonder whether I can just call that. It's a static method, so I should be able to. Nope. All right. We're going to do. Oh, what the? Clicking the wrong button. Oh well. Set that to null. Right. That's now complaining because I've got too many brackets. Now that's null, but it shouldn't be. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that. Build. Oh gosh, that's going to fail. It failed drastically. Build. There we go. So what this says is, if we don't supply a config, go get the default one from the method just above. So I am going to say here an instance of blah 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Optional. Yeah. Optional. That. Then I'm going to put remarks. Why have I done it like this? They should be on separate lines. Let's put these on separate lines, just so that they read a little easy. Sometimes I don't like that it all the way to the end. There we go. I'm going to put some remarks in here. I'm going to say remarks. If an instance of, let's get rid of that. Go away. Right. If an instance of OwaspHeaders middleware, oops, I need a CC ref on that, is not provided, then the default set will be extends default value will value from you will be provided. Cool. So then that makes this easier. I can literally just do this, and now it's happier. If it's happy and it knows it, fantastic. I close that. I like this class. This is really useful. Useful for including in tests. So I'm going to put this class is useful for testing your set click. There we go. It is currently 7th, 2023. How did we get to June 7th of 2023? We're almost halfway through the year, everyone. Hello, Surly Dev. You missed the bit earlier on where I disconnected. So that's fun. But how are you this afternoon, Surly Dev? I hope you're well. It is currently not being used, but I would prefer that sticks around, as it would be very useful to use in the future. This flies against standard software engineering practices, but this particular project, CS project is only provided for immediate testing purposes. Developers to test the OWASP project without whilst they are developing it. Without having to push to GitHub. Wait for a build. Wait for a PR. Wait for a release. Wait for NuGet to index, and wait for it to download. Cool. So this is for our play area. I can absolutely believe how far we are through this year. This is one of my favorite browser starter pages, progressbarserver.appspot.com. I don't usually just randomly click links, but I'm going to do it. Now, I'm not streaming from the same machine I'm deving on, so progressbarserver.appspot.com. progressbarserver.appspot.com. Holy moly, look at that. That's amazing. That is the greatest website ever. Thank you for that tip, Surly Dev. That's brilliant. We're 43% through the year. Oh, let me hover. We're 74% through the quarter. We're 22% through the month. And we're 87% through the workday. Leave this open or follow @YearProgress on Mastodon and Twitter to stay up to date. Cool. I'd be interested to know which time zone it's using, because it would make sense because it's 16:53 here. So that tracks. So it's probably using the web, the context inside of the web browser. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we've added that, made this easier to use. We've made this nullable. Take that. That makes it happier, but I don't like it. I'm going to leave that as it is. Leave that one suggestion as it is. That's our base default one. Cool. Cross-origin resource policy, fantastic. So I now need to update this 7.5.0 And I need to update other thing. I will simplify this at some point. My new spec 7.5.0. Oh, readme. What's wrong with that? Readme element is not allowed here. Why not? Why is that not allowed there? Yeah, I thought that the new spec did have a readme. Right. New spec, readme tag. Maybe they've updated it and I haven't. There we go. Add a readme to your NuGet package. I'd rather always read the yeah, it is only 43% of the way slowly dev, but 43 is almost 50. It's not good. Right. Add a readme to your package. So, if you already have a readme file inside your package, it's easy to add a couple of lines in the SDK style projects or new spec for non-SDK style projects. If you're new to that, then we recommend going with the SDK. Following examples. Okay, cool. Add a readme to your new spec. Package metadata readme. Package metadata readme. Maybe I've spelt it incorrectly. Definitely oh, it's not a child of. No, it is. It's a child of metadata. Just haven't entered it. Interesting. Huh. Oh well, I'm going to leave that. It didn't seem to cause me a build error. I'm also going to be able to drop that too, because that can drop. I'm going to run all the tests, make sure I haven't broke anything. Look, 79% of my tests are correct. Realistically, I want to ignore that unit test. I can't be bothered to spend time doing that. I don't know. Oh, we've got some extra usings now. Aha! Example helpers. Oh gosh, there we go. Oh, actually, we may as well do it across the entire solution. I think it'll only be that one that I can delete. One more time with all the unit tests. I always like to run the tests after I've made any kind of changes. They've all passed. Fantastic. So let's take a look at what we've done. So I'm going to go to my commit window. Okay, what have I done here? I've updated the version numbers. I've made that simpler to use. I've added a comment there, and I've removed that using statement. Fantastic. And the last thing I need to do is update my README. Firstly, we'll update this one. There we go. Where's my other read? Oh, I haven't included it. Oh, what we'll do, we'll include it inside this line. Add existing. That's just silly. Add existing file from here. Existing item. There we go. Do the standard README. Thank you. You want to move it into the project or add it as links? Add as links. Cool. Right. This one. Need to switch to edit mode. There we go. That's still relying on those. So if we go back to preview mode. Cool. Right, these look like links, but inside of GitHub they will render as actual snippets. So that's good. And then we're going to go. Need to update the changelog as well. As I'll add that too. Add an existing item. The changelog in. Add it as a link, please. Cool. And then we're going to go like this. Version 7. Great. Version 7.5. This version makes simpler. Get started. Itch. By simplifying use of it. this. Back. Some of the bumpers from. Oh, no. CML. The sharp. Oh, change it from. That's the 2, so we'll grab that. Sharp, excellent. Lab. Then we're going to go commit for here, and we'll just grab the change. Oh no, that was the better one. Cool. Put that there. Nice. Okay, major version number. So, simplified the. Got rid of the file. Simplified the. Has it got rid of it? No, it hasn't. Simplified the use. Coolio. Let's have a look, see how that looks. Where's my... There we go. So, excellent. Simplify that. 7.5 drops from that to that. Fantastic. Cool. So, first thing we're going to commit is the actual change. That one. Simplified all to that. Simplification. Probably using them. Updated readme. Yep. Those two there. Updated document. Commit. Updated. Oops. Added comment. Used. Commit that. Finally, version oops. Right, now that we've done that, I also know that we occasionally have problems with, so where are we? Whoops. Oh, interesting. On my Ubuntu machine, L is aliased to ls. For those who don't know, a CLI, ls means list all your files. It looks like L is aliased to that, so I just have to type in L. That's brilliant. Bonus. Okay. .NET format. Oh, actually, let's save all these files. File, save everything. It's telling me there's a change there, but it's not telling me that. Alright, let's do git status. Nothing to commit, working key. Alright, fair enough. So we're going to do .NET format OwaspHeaders.Core.solution. So what this is going to do, this is going to take, what do we have? I don't think we do. Probably going to fail when we run it, but that's fine. So what this should do is this should take an editor config if we have one. I think we do. Excellent. LSLHA. We have, yeah, we do have an editor config. It's going to take the contents of the editor config and apply those to the code base. Now, Rider works with one set of spaces and tabs and line endings. Visual Studio works with a completely other. Visual Studio Code tries to use whatever your operating system is, and editor config tries to ratify all of that. So let's see what it's done. No changes. Fantastic. Make sure that that's right. Git status. Excellent. Do a git push and it'll be like, hey, the thing doesn't exist. So let's go copy. Oh, that's the wrong thing to have pasted there. Well done. Try that again. There we go. We're going to go copy, we're going to paste that in. Cool. Go push that to the origin. Fantastic. Cool. So that has pushed to there. Excellent. Let's go back to the web browser. And we will go ahead and create a pull request. From here to there. Is there a way? Let me drag. Assign myself. Label. This is an enhancement. Yeah. We'll be talking in a moment why we're dropping .NET Framework support in a moment. I don't really want to rewrite my commit stuff. Copy paste this stuff. So. Summary of PR. Bloop. This PR simplifies. Simplifies the use of the middleware in there. By using the complexity in the line of code required to add the OWASP middleware. Cool. Go. That creates the pull request. That'll go through. So that's now going to do some stuff. I'd have thought that would be... Ah yes, here we go. So this is going to do some stuff. It's going to build and do some code checking and do some stuff to do with testing and stuff. So like that. That'll tell me it's going to be doing code formatting. Excellent. Oh, it's just going to do code formatting. Fantastic. So it does that to check that it's run. Fantastic. It's happy with that. And then it does a build and a test. So this step is to build and test the code to make sure that nothing is actually checked in broken. We'll let this run out. .NET Core, so it grabs .NET Core version 6, does a .NET Restore, builds it, tests it, packs it. So what this one is doing, so this GitHub action workflow, this one is going to do a build, a test, a pack, and then take that NuGet and upload it to GitHub so that we can download it ourselves and test it again. So if there's any sort of in-person, unautomatable manual tests that need to be run, we can run them ourselves. So I just want to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Why it doesn't do it properly, but there you go. Let's check out code. Fantastic. We're done. Wait for it to realize it's finished. Go back a few pages. Refresh that one. Fantastic. But what that means is that if I want to, I can go to the Actions tab. And I can go this one here, this feature branch. And if there's some kind of manual test I need to run, I can actually grab this file here, which is a zip file containing the NuGet package, which is redundant because the NuGet package is a zip file. And then I can run it on my local machine, or I can stick it on a feed or something, so that then I can test that it is complete. But I know that this is complete. I don't need to review it because it's me. I'm going to merge this pull request. It's going to do some magic. I'm going to delete the branch. Fantastic. So that will eventually push up. So if we go back to actions, you can see here this pull request 89 is on its way up. There's only one step here, and that's, or rather there's only one workflow here, which is build, test, hack, upload to NuGet.org. I'm just going to turn this other screen on. And what I want to do is I want to turn down the tunes a little bit. How are you all finding, what do you all think of Chill Hop Summer 2023? I'm really digging it. A little bit more active than I would like, but that's fine. A lot of their other Chill Hop stuff is a little bit more relaxed, a little bit slower. But with the summer stuff, they want it to be a little bit more hype, a little bit more extra stuff going on. So I can understand that. Right, this is finished. Let's take a look at this. Setup, checkout, setup.NET Core, install dependencies, build, test, pack, publish NuGet package, Cool. So I click here to see this. We have actually upgraded on the server. Eventually, it takes a couple of minutes, NuGet will start offering 7.5.0 for download. We can't see that yet, but we will in a moment. So we can actually see down here, getting started, add package, use a secure headers middleware. It will give you this. Fantastic. And then, ooh. Right, okay, so I need to, oh, that's a shame. I would have thought that it would have updated. Oh, bother. Okay, so I'll show you what that is in a moment. Let me just go to it here first. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's taking a specific blob from it. Oh, that's a real shame. Ah, oh well. So I need to update this. I was hoping that this snippet would update as I updated the file that's underneath it. But what it's actually done is it's taken a snippet from a file at that particular check-in. What I want is the main one. So can I put main in here? Oh, look at that. Now, do I go and change it? Wire a bump, version number bump. I think I'm going to have to, won't I? Go edit. Scroll. Okay. That's a real shame that I'm going to have to do. You know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it for now. I will change it later. Yeah, I'll change it later. Change it another time, because I need to obviously also tell you where is my rollback. I also need to tell you all why we're dropping support for .NET Framework. So we'll drop out of Rider, which will calm the machine down a little bit. Git full. That won't be updated. I'll need to put to wasp. Tell it to synchronize. Yes, synchronize. I don't. Why do I got to synchronize and then update it? Pull that down. Git checkout master only. Pull again. I wonder what will happen if I run. Where was that command? Fetch prune, fetch prune, fetch prune. Why? What's wrong with framework 4.7.2 web forms? No, it is absolutely a relevant work flow. Yeah, workflow. We'll go with workflow. It is absolutely a completely relevant workflow. However, there is an issue open that I opened yesterday. High priority, remove support for .NET Framework. What I wanted to do was put in place a lot of stuff and then drop .NET Framework, so that then if people are using .NET Framework, they can lock themselves at 7.5. Right? The reason for this is essentially as of ASP.NET Core 3, so 5. Is it 5 versions or 4 versions ago? 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So as of 4 versions of .NET ASP.NET Core ago, they've dropped support for running it in .NET Framework workflows. And so you can see here, ASP.NET Core 3 will only run on .NET Core. So in previous versions of ASP.NET Core, you could run it on a .NET Framework so you could have .NET Framework and then have ASP.NET Core sitting on top of it and run it that way. Wonderful, it would work. But from .NET Core 3, from ASP.NET Core 3 onwards, you couldn't run ASP.NET Core 3 on top of .NET Framework. And so they've ditched that support, right? And so what I want to do is I want to move away from that unsupported workflow, because it's no longer supported by Microsoft. And I also want to be able to get rid of, you're about to see a vulnerability that pops up. I don't know whether you were here for the beginning early dev, but when you first open it with Rider, it tells you about a vulnerability I don't like. So that's fine, we've got that, that's not a problem. Okay, so the vulnerability it comes up with is because we're locked to ASP.NET Core 2.2.0. If you're using ASP.NET Core 2.2.0, there are 2 CVEs that you could fall afoul of. They both essentially do the same thing, but it's all of the 2.2.0 stuff, and it goes all the way back to 1.0. So it's possible that that you could be attacked by this just for using this NuGet package, even though you might be on .NET 8 Preview 2, and ASP.NET Core 8 Preview 2. I want to say 2. It's probably not 2, but you could actually be caught out by this. So in order to protect the people who are on .NET Core, I want to move away from that, but also I want to give the .NET Framework folks enough use out of this that they can actually use it. So there's enough functionality that they can actually use it. The next time that I stream, it won't be today, but the next time I stream, I will be doing this. Yep, it's pretty simple. And if you want to, that's why I'm keeping it in source control. And that's a good point. I need to tag this. What I need to do. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. What I need to do is I need to create a tag for this. So what we need to do is we need to switch to git status, git branch all. Whoops. All, excellent. Oh, bother. Git branch. Oh, stuff, delete that one. Move on. Go back to where we were. So what I need to do. That's not what I wanted. There, that git branch all. I need to switch to my upstream. Whoops. To upstream so that I can tag it. So, okay. Git switch upstream. How to change your upstream branch in Git. Sometimes I don't know all the stuff. Git set upstream. All right. Git set upstream. I think it's called upstream. It's called upstream because it's right there. Because we're on origin. Git set is not a Git command. Is it? Git checkout B. Cool. Git push origin. Git branch upstream called up main. Stream main does not exist. I mean, it's right there. Git branch name u master. Is it -- set? It could be. Git branch up main. Branch with a H. Thank you, Silly Dev. Let's see if that works. Nope, it doesn't like that. That's totally fine. So what I'm wanting to do, I'm wanting to swap from the remote origin I'm on to the other remote origin. Git branch name set upstream. Okay. Oh, that could work. Git branch. Right. So we are. Where are we? We are there. List all the branches. So git branch master set upstream to upstream. Oh, I've got branch. Set upstream option is no longer supported. Use track. All right. Fatal. A branch named master already exists. All right. Main then. Git status. Git branch A. Git checkout main. Git status. Cool. Git tag. Git tag. Is git tag and then the name in quotes, right? Create list delete. So create. Work through this manual. Through annotate, sign, no sign, force delete, verify list. Oh, so I think it's annotate. Is it annotate? You know what? Git add new tag. Because I don't know. I can never remember this off the top of my head. So git tag -L. Creating a tag. Ooh. Yeah, let's make an annotate. git tag annotate framework message the version of the code base work with hosted ASP.applications git push, and then okay, I think it's tag. Cool, it's added a new tag. We go back here, back there, there should be a new tag. If I go, where do I view tags? Tags, there we go, whoops. 1.0, be more than that. All the branches, that's not the... There we go, right. Framework, cool, that's the last one. So then we want to create a release based on that. So then people can always grab it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the actions. Walking you through all of this, folks. So let's see the last time that we created merge, added .NET format, cool. Which version was this? Back one. I see the output of that. 2 days ago, that's it. Right. Okay, release. Tag. Why does it not have... framework? Great release. That's weird. Okay. .NET framework. To do this. Final version. Oh gosh. Summary. This release marks the final version of OwaspHeaders.Core, which works with .NET Framework hosted ASP.NET Core 2.2. Applications. The library no longer supports framework situations. View Microsoft back in. Yeah, all these windows. Copy that link. Paste the response space. Please see the following. It's fine. Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. Then what I need to do, I need to figure out why it isn't creating that. It's in the actions here. No, it's not. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because it's getting a bit difficult to see everything. Difficult for me to see everything. I realize it makes it more difficult for... Ah, yes. Thank you, Surly Dev. It's because I missed the 2 off the end of it. Yeah, I couldn't see the... Where is it? Oh, wait, hang on. No, that's right. That's the one that... No. It's not that one. This one. This is the one that... Package. Grab that. Loads it. Yeah, what I like to do is I like to include those binary files. Here. I open this archive manager. you can see that it says zip file bin release. Right, okay, so get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yes, and do that. Go on. Delete. Will be deleted. Fantastic. Right, one. Package itself. Wonder whether no. Extract to yes. Don't show me the files. Loads of files on this computer. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Mega package. There. That's not the right one. After all of that, that wasn't even the right one. This one is the one we want. My goodness. My goodness, everyone. Let's try this again. This is the final version that we'll work with. .NET. Like that. Correct. Fantastic. Thank you. New release. Batch of binary. Downloads folder. See all the files I've downloaded. Ooh, it's 6 kilobytes bigger. I wonder why. Cool. Publish that release. So that's at least then. If you look at here, there is a .NET Framework final release version. So that's the version that will work with .NET Framework. So then nobody needs to track it down. Cool. So the next time that I stream, I'm going to be streaming. Oh, come to the end of the album. Like that. So all the way through this stream, we've been listening to Gel Hop Essentials Summer 2023. My first time listening to it. So yeah, €1. You can't. I mean, you just got a preview of it for free. It's going to loop back around and start again. But yes, that's what we're doing, and that's what we're going to have done. So next time we will remove support for .NET Framework and release a version that is for ASP.NET Core 3 onwards, and then we'll see where that takes us. That's where I want to go before I add any more stuff. If you want to learn about the reason why we're doing it, you want to read it, the PR is here, which I'll leave on screen for a moment so you can read it if you want. But essentially, that's all I wanted to talk about today. So I thank you all for joining me yet again. It's only been 58 minutes and there was a chunk of time in the middle where I dropped off. I wonder how that's going to be reflected. But yes, excellent. Well, thank you all for joining me again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever that means. And I hope that if we don't see each other again, that you have a wonderful summer. Surly Dev, I will go and raid someone. So give me a recommendation of who to raid. I wonder if there's anyone online right now. Raid! Who's online? Who should we raid? Yo, we're going to raid Code Rushed again. All right, fair enough. We'll raid Code Rushed. Oh, Finite Singularity. We didn't raid them last time, so let's raid them. Just need to get the other keyboard. Plug it in. I've got access to the chat on the computer that is streaming. So I go /raid. Channel. I'm gonna raid Finite Singularity. Okay. Right, so we've set up a raid. The raid has been created. Do. See what happens. We're about to raid. Are we ready? We're ready. Let's raid.